If you watched my VTT rundown, you might remember me mentioning a newer one called Alchemy RPG, a beautiful and elegant-looking VTT that I was reluctant to recommend because of a lack of support for any system other than D&D, and pretty bare-bones features. But that was then, and this is now, and Alchemy RPG is quickly becoming my go-to VTT for more and more titterpigs. Let's look at just what it's capable of these days and what it will be capable of soon. First, you've likely already noticed that this is a pretty slick-looking tabletop, but it isn't all just motion-capable backdrops and slick special effect overlays. While most VTTs will have you popping up your character sheet to do stuff or just putting a few macros on a hotbar, Alchemy utilizes its space around player needs. While the center of the screen is dedicated to cool pictures to set the scene or their slick tactical mode battle maps, the rest of the UI around all of this is all practical. Character sheet info such as abilities, equipment, and various trackers are all always on display without popping up the whole character sheet. Also, aside from the dice roll chat with pop-out info and handouts, there is a dedicated section for players and GMs to write down quick notes. It's all so elegant and allows for players to stay immersed in what is on display instead of constantly pulling up their sheet and dealing with all kinds of UI buttons and stuff. What's more, now all of this isn't just for D&D players, but those of us who enjoy other systems as well. Now, currently on the Alchemy Marketplace, there are only 1 or 2 other official offerings, though plenty more have been announced for the upcoming version 1 release. This is still technically early access for a little bit longer. However, they've also answered my prayers by allowing users to put in custom systems. I've got the Cypher system up and running in here beautifully, not to mention Quest, Easy D6, and a number of Power by the Apocalypse games like Masks and Apocalypse Keys. Now, can the custom system builder do every little thing you can think of? No, not at all. There are definitely limitations at this point in time, and a lack of fudge dice means all of my Fate players are a little out of luck at the moment. But you can do what I did and upload every single quest item, attaching buttons and rolls to them that automatically appear for players. No problem, you can create custom abilities and skills that can alter rolls and lots more. It isn't perfect, but they are listening to feedback and adding new options all the time. They've added the tactical map, which is still pretty basic, but allows for some tokens and mapness. However, this is a narrative-forward VTT. This is all about setting a mood, so how well does it handle that? Pretty darn well. As a GM, when you create a scene, you can put up a background image with motion if you're fancy, and with a nice special effect in front of it. Also, upload multiple layers of battle map as well. Back it to some looping music, a separate track for when you roll initiative so you can get into the combat mood, and things are looking great. Each scene can also have notes, which supports images and links, of course. Oh, Klaus, sure it can support all of that stuff, but where am I supposed to get all that? Well, of course, you can upload your own music and backgrounds, but Alchemy's Market has plenty for sale from some amazing artists and musicians, not to mention some rad items for the D&D lovers. It's quality stuff, and I'm always happy to support small creators. Now, aside from marketplace purchases, pretty much all of this is included with the free account, though you'll be limited to how much stuff you can create. You can still create plenty with a free account, but $8 a month for the premium is something a custom content junkie like me will find to be a must. So we know what Alchemy has now, but what will it have? They already have integrated voice chat, but if you're holding out for video chat, it is apparently in the works to be released relatively soon. Also, the battle maps are extremely basic right now, but things like Fog of War are underway as well. Add to that UI improvements, spectator mode, and more, and there is a lot of great changes coming to an already great program. Now, there is still plenty I would add or change to make this the perfect VTT for me. First, come on, give me some fudge dice and text to put on the tactical map so I can use this for Fate. Second, I would love to see a way to put abilities into collapsible groups to help tidy up huge lists of abilities and info that pops up upon hovering over an ability or item. I don't always want to click through to get to the info. For games where you have a lot of abilities and items, it can be a little bit of a mess for players to look through that stuff. Otherwise, I would love to see some more complicated options when creating abilities and roles for custom systems. The ability to have if roll result equals blank, then send message or roll blank or whatever you get. I want the option to make a roll in Blades of the Dark, and when the highest die result is a 5, I want it to say it's a partial success, stuff like that. Also, an easy way to change the music without having to change scenes would be great. Let me connect multiple songs to a scene without rolling initiative. Now, obviously, some of you are watching this and thinking, this VTT won't do everything I need. Well, obviously, if you're playing really crunchy games or you want some of the automation and wild variety of functionality like you find on Fantasy Grounds or Foundry, then no, Alchemy isn't going to handle that. However, if your focus is on having a VTT that is minimally invasive and allows players to remain a little more immersed, then Alchemy is frankly unbeaten for me. I'm a person who is concerned with something that is functional, doesn't get in the way, and keeps me focused on what's important, and Alchemy does that. It has what I want and doesn't have extra crap that I don't, but whether it will be that way for you is all a matter of personal preference and what games you are playing. There is no best VTT, just the VTT that is best for you. I swear I'm still gonna have comments that don't get that, and I'm gonna do some breathing exercises and move on. Anyway, Alchemy is getting ready to do a Kickstarter for their release of version 1.0, and you can bet I'm gonna get in on that. Hell, I already got an annual premium subscription. I like it that much. This might not be the perfect tool for every game I'm going to play, but it is as close as I've seen. I'm not being paid by them, by the way. I know this video is just a bunch of me raving about this friggin' program, but truth is, I just really like it and want it to succeed so I can keep using it. Well, hey, that's the video, and if you've stuck around, thank you. I know I've been really slow with releases lately. Work has been so busy and wild, it actually gave me TMJ, and this is one of the first recordings I've done in a week and a half. Not a fun time. Just know that I'm finding a good balance again and really excited to get more videos out on a more regular basis. I'm looking at trying for a shorter to a week and one longer form video every week or every other week, depending on my free time. A lot will be shorter and less edited like this one while I work on bigger, more detailed videos on the side. Got a huge one coming. Well, soon is a relative term, so let's say soon. Oh, also, I'm part of the Frederator network now. If you know them, you love them. So hey, Frederator, thanks so much. Here's to a great rest of 2023.